Tonight on the podcast, we are talking the brand new unrated, uncut edition of the Toxic Avenger. That's right, Peter Dinklage is now suited up as Toxie. How did it play? I checked out over on streaming. Hell of a summer. Was it a hell of a summer? Was it a hell of a movie? We're going to chat about it. Over on the TV side, brand new on Prime Video, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf with Taylor Kitsch. How is this one planning out to be? We're going to talk about it. The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox is dropped over on Hulu. This is a crazy-ass story that we're going to break down. I also started watching Wednesday. I know I'm late to the game, but I started it. That, and of course, the news of the week, whole bunch more. Strap on in, guys. It's time for a new Am I on the Air? Oh, well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with the week's worth of entertainment news, from television to movies and everything in between, non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. It's season 30, episode 18, and tonight's show is titled Toxic Summer. We're going to be breaking down the news from August the 27th through today, September the 2nd. Yes, we are in September. Yesterday was Labor Day. I hope you all had an amazing day. Hopefully you all had a nice extended weekend and got to chill for a little bit, take one extra day off from work, and have a shorter work week this week. That sounds glorious to me. I am ready to rock and roll. Got a couple movies to talk about, a couple TV shows, then of course we will get into the news of the week. So let's jump right on into it. My big movie of the weekend, went to the theater, checked out the unrated cut of the Toxic Avenger. That's right, the remake of the 80s classic. This time here, Peter Dinklage is leading this one up as Winston Goose. You got Kevin Bacon in this thing. Elijah Wood pops up in this thing. Jacob Tremblay is in this thing. And this one here about a horrible toxic accident that transforms a janitor, Winston Goose, into a new evolution of hero, the Toxic Avenger. Now wielding a glowing mop with superhuman strength, he must race against time to save his son and stop a ruthless and power-hungry tyrant bent on harnessing toxic superpowers to strengthen his polluted empire. Oh boy. All right. Where do we begin with the Toxic Avenger, man? This is a movie that was actually made like 3 years ago, and it's just been sitting on a shelf, man. They didn't know what to do with this film, and finally it got a theatrical release date. I'm glad it went to theaters. It was something I was anxious to see. I loved the trailer. And, yes, you know, I grew up on the original Toxic Avenger, had fond memories of this weird kind of character who was mutated and fought crime with his new acidy powers. And, you know, when Peter Dinklage got cast, I was like, how are they going to pull this thing off? Is it going to work? And I like Peter Dinklage a lot. He's killing it right now, by the way, on Dexter Resurrection. He's so good on there. But he's always really, really good. So I was down to see what he was going to bring to it. Went to the theater, checked it out. And I'm really torn with this movie. There's a piece of me that really enjoyed what I saw. And then there's another piece of me that was kind of disappointed, underwhelmed, I would say. The movie, when I walked out, I said, I don't regret seeing it. I just wish I would have loved it more. It's super cheesy. It's super campy. But I think the movie, it knows what it is, and it sets out to do exactly that. And it does it really, really well. And so when you go see this movie, you have to be in the right mind frame. You have to know what you're walking into. Because if you're not, you're going to be disappointed and you're going to probably walk out. If you go in knowing that it's cheesy, this is a throwback to the 80s classic, right? Like, it just feels like this movie's out of the 80s. They definitely kept that same kind of flow into it. But it's a little long. This is a movie that really needed to be a tight 90 minutes. It's only an hour 45, but it's still 15 minutes too long. If they would have kept it a little tighter, it would have been awesome. If they would have had a couple more action scenes, I think it would have been really awesome. Because when the action happens in this film, it's great. It's really gory. Like I said, it's the unrated cut. It's super gory. It's super crazy. And I loved it. Visually, it was really cool to see what they were pulling off. But there's only a couple scenes in the movie where you get to actually go through that. The rest of it is just a lot of dialogue and a lot of talking, a lot of this and that to get you to the next kind of segment in the movie. I wanted more action. So I know a lot of people are really loving it, and then there's a lot of people that are really hating it. So this is another kind of divisive movie when it comes down to it. But like I said, you got to go in knowing what you're getting into and being ready for that, because it does bring the camp. It does bring the old school classic kind of fun. And like I said, I don't regret seeing it. I just wish it was a little bit better. But I would buy this one when it comes to streaming at a discounted rate. I would add it to the collection. So I give the Toxic Avenger 2 out of 5 stars. It was just okay for me. It lands it at 2 stars. But like I said, I don't regret seeing it. It was a fun time at the theater. I got some good laughs. I got some good gore. And that's really what I went for. So thank you all that are involved. My next movie that I checked out was over on the streaming side. This is a movie that came out in the theater a couple months ago and really just didn't do much. It didn't even make a dent in the box office, and it kind of just went away. But it just hit streaming on Hulu this past weekend, so I was like, you know what? I missed it in the theater. Let me check this one out on streaming. And this one here is Hell of a Summer. When a 24-year-old Jason Huckberg arrives for counselor weekend at his beloved camp, Pineway, his biggest problem is feeling out of touch with his teenage coworkers. Little does he know a mass killer has murdered camp owners John and Kathy and is preparing to strike again. So this is an old school kind of, slasher kind of movie that's kind of like Jason, right? It's at a camp, and there's a serial killer going around and killing people. Now, when I saw the trailer in the theater, I said, it looks like it could have a good laugh. It's directed actually by Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, and he stars in it as well. It looked like it was going to be funny with some really cool kills and a fun time. Checked it out, and I was very underwhelmed by this one. I was really underwhelmed. Thank God it was on streaming, because I would have been disappointed in this one if I had gone to the theater to see it. That's for sure. It has its moments. It's got some chuckles. It does have some laughs, but overall, the movie kind of plays pretty flat, and it didn't do much for me, and this isn't one I'll revisit. So I would give Hell of a Summer 2 out of 5 stars. It was just okay. So this is the okay edition of Am I on the Air? Both movies were just okay. Over on the TV side, we head to streaming. We go to Prime Video for the Terminal List Dark Wolf. This is the new show I checked out. Before the Terminal List, Navy SEAL Ben Edwards finds himself entangled in the black operations side of the CIA. The deeper Ben goes into the gray, the harder it will be to give himself over to his dark impulses. Every man has 2 wolves inside of him, light and dark, fighting for control. Which wolf will Ben Edwards feed? Well, the show's called Dark Wolf, so I'm going to go with the dark one. But this one here stars Taylor Kitsch. He is the lead here. Now, if that name sounds familiar, The Terminal List, this is a show that hit Prime Video a couple years ago with Chris Pratt. Taylor Kitsch was in that show as well. And if you watch that show, spoiler alert, Taylor Kitsch dies at the end of that show. So how does he have his own show? Well, this is a prequel. And since Chris Pratt is so damn busy and making a bunch of movies and he can't do season 2 of The Terminal List yet, he suggested, why don't we tell the story of Taylor Kitsch's character and do a prequel show, which they loved and they wrote and they made. And here we are. So Taylor Kitsch getting his own spin-off show with the origin of his character and kind of what leads up to the normal Terminal List show. And Chris Pratt is even in the first episode here. Well, I'm curious to see if he'll pop up again. I really like it, man. I loved the Terminal List with Chris Pratt. That was a great show. I love Taylor Kitsch in it, and I was super stoked to see they were doing a prequel show. And this one is ramping up, man. It looks like it's going to be really, really good. I've only watched the first episode so far, but I watched the preview for the season, and it looks incredible. So I'm fully on board and ready to rock with the Terminal List Dark Wolf. I also checked out the new show, The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox. Now, this one is on Hulu, and this is the true story about Amanda Knox. Amanda Knox, who arrived in Italy for her study abroad, only to be wrongfully imprisoned for murder weeks later. Follow Knox's relentless fight to prove her innocence and reclaim her freedom, and examine why authorities and the world stood so firmly in judgment. So, you know, I knew of this story, but I didn't know much of this story. And watching this show, oh my God, this show is awesome and it's intense. It really, really makes you scared to be like, do I want to go visit another country? Because the way they take advantage of her in this show, the way that they bully her to try to get a confession out of her and to try to be shady and not let her get a lawyer, and just, it's crazy what happened to her. And again, I understand this show kind of tells more of her perspective. Who knows what she really did, but based on her perspective and based on what this show is telling me, this is a fucked up situation, and this show is intense. So Hulu dropped the first 3 episodes. Now it's going to be weekly, and I highly recommend you check it out. So check out The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox. And lastly, I have finally started Wednesday Season 2. I know Season 2 Part 2 starts later this week, so I'm way behind because there was that nice little gap there, and I didn't even get a chance to catch up on Part 1 of the second season. So I've only watched the first episode. It's really good, and I'm glad to be back into this world. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get to it. So I'm just, this isn't really a review of it. I'm just saying I'm getting into it, and I'm ready to rock so I can try to get to part 2 as quickly as possible. So that's what I got for you guys on the review side. Once again, on the movies, The Toxic Avenger, 2 out of 5 stars, now in theaters. Hell of a Summer is streaming over on Hulu, 2 out of 5 stars. Also, over on Hulu is The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox. Check it out. Over on Prime Video, The Terminal List Dark Wolf. And Wednesday is streaming over on Netflix. So there you go. Let's get on over to the box office. Now, as always, it was a holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend, so I got 2 box offices for you. I got the normal 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then, of course, the Labor Day weekend, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 days versus the 3. So pretty much the same, just a little bit more money. So coming in at number 10 on the normal 3-day weekend was The Toxic Avenger. We just talked about it at number 10, $1.7 million. Number 9 was Nobody 2. Number 8 is Superman. Number 7, The Bad Guys 2. Number 6, The Fantastic Four First Steps. Number 5 was a debut. It was The Roses. This is the one with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. That made $6.2 million. Number 4 was Freakier Friday. Number 3 was another debut this weekend, Caught Stealing with Austin Butler. That made $7.8 million. I just had, a lot of people were wondering why I didn't go see Caught Stealing. I just didn't think it looked very good. I honestly didn't. It looks like a streaming movie to me, so I'm not going to rush out to the theater for this one. But I will watch it when it hits streaming for sure. Coming in number 2, it was the 50th anniversary re-release of Jaws. That's right, Jaws hit theaters. Number 2, $8.2 million. Pretty awesome there. And number 1, once again, man, 4 weeks in a row, it's Weapons. Weapons bringing in another $10.4 million to hold on to that number 1 spot. So insane. All right, here's the Labor Day weekend one. Number 10, Toxic Avenger, but this time with 2.1 million. Number 9, Nobody 2. Number 8, Superman. Number 7, Bad Guys 2. Number 6, Fantastic Four. Number 5, The Roses, 7.7. Number 4 was Caught Stealing. See, Freakier Friday actually outperformed Caught Stealing when you did the 4-day weekend. Caught Stealing was number 4 with 7.8. Freakier Friday was number 3 with 8.7. Number 2 was Jaws at 9.8. And number 1 was Weapons with 13 million. So there is your big box office for the 3 days and the holiday weekend. And with that all out the way, let's get into our news of the week. Monster, the Ed Gein story. That's right. Netflix is getting ready to drop the next edition of its Monster series, which always focuses on some crazy ass. And this time it is the Ed Gein story. This hits Netflix on October 3rd with Charlie Hunnam starring as Ed Gein. And we got some posters here with Charlie Hunnam that look pretty cool as we prep up for that premiere. Thunderbolts, the Marvel movie, is now streaming over on Disney Plus. So if you missed that one in theaters, now you can check it out on streaming. Congratulations to America's Got Talent, which is on its way to marking its 20th consecutive seasons, which is its entire run so far, as the most watched summer unscripted show on network television. I love it. I watch America's Got Talent every week, man, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We got the new trailer for All of You. This is Brett Goldstein and Imogen Poots. This is going to hit streaming September 26th over on Apple TV+. Nicolas Cage and FKA Twig star in the first teaser for The Carpenter's Son. Very crazy trailer. Check that out. We have the first official poster for Yorgos Lanthimos' Bugonia. The new trailer dropped as well. This is the new movie starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, who seem to star in everything Yorgos does. I will say this. I didn't want to watch any of his other movies, but this one looks pretty damn interesting. I am kind of curious to see this one and what it's all about. We have the first trailer for Sisu, Road to Revenge. This hits theaters November 21st. Hopefully it's better than the first one. I did not like Sisu. I know some people really, really like it, but I did not like that first movie at all. But, you know, we'll see how the second one goes, man. Hopefully it's a lot better. We have the trailer for Nuremberg. This is Rami Malek and Russell Crowe's new World War II movie. Pedro Pascal will be replacing Joaquin Phoenix in Todd Haynes' new gay romance movie. We have the trailer for Pursued. This stars Molly Ringwald, Paul Sorvino, and Misha Tate. This is a new crime thriller that's coming out. Harlan Coben's latest thriller will hit Prime Video this fall. Sam Claflin and Bill Nye star in the show called Lazarus. This will be premiering October 22nd. We have your first footage of 911 Nashville. This will be officially premiering Thursday, October 9th, and I am there for it. I love the 911 franchise, so I am there. John Malkovich has been cast opposite Vince Vaughn in Bad Monkey Season 2. I love it. Bad Monkey is one of those shows that you all need to watch. It was fantastic, and once again proves why Apple TV Plus is the place to be. But yeah, that's awesome to hear that John Malkovich is joining the cast there. We're going to be talking throughout this episode on some cast members leaving SNL. Big shakeup over there. And I'm a big SNL fan. I know a lot of people don't watch it. A lot of people haven't been following it. So some of these names you're just going to be like, who? So you can just move on. But to me, I'm kind of bummed, you know, because I thought they had a pretty solid cast coming off that 50th season. And the first name was Emil Joachim. He's the latest cast member to announce that he's not returning for season 51. He was really, really funny, man. Anytime this dude popped up, he made me crack the hell up. So very sad to see him not coming back. Anthony Ippolito has nabbed a starring role in the new movie I Play Rocky, which is the story of making the movie Rocky. He will be playing Sylvester Stallone in this movie. It's being made by Amazon MGM. Peter Farrelly will be directing it. So I love it. I look at a picture of this guy and I'm like, I can see it. Let's do it. Let's see. Karen Reed trial drama starring Elizabeth Banks is in the works over on Prime Video. We have the first poster for Wayward, which hits Netflix on September 25th. Toni Collette stars in this one. Mae Martin and Toni Collette star in Wayward. This premieres September 25th on Netflix. A police officer moves to a picture-perfect town investigating a series of unusual incidents at a school for troubled teens led by a mysterious woman. This one looks really good, man. I'll definitely be checking this one out. We got your September 25th, 2025 TV and streaming guide coming to TV this month. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Task, Only Murders in the Building, The Girlfriend, The Morning Show, Gen V, Black Rabbit, Tulsa King, Slow Horses, Alice in Borderland, The Paper, English Teacher, The Savant, Chad Powers, and a whole bunch more. So check that out. We have the first official trailer for The Secret Agent. This stars Wagner Moura, and it's going to hit theaters starting November 26th. In some really cool casting news, Amy Adams and Aaron Pierre have officially joined the cast of Star Wars Starfighter. This is the one with Ryan Gosling that's being directed by Sean Levy. We also know that Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, and Mia Goth are in this one as well. But awesome casting here, man. I love Amy Adams and I love Aaron Pierre. So this is so cool to see them in a Star Wars flick. So great casting here. We talked about the TV side of things. We got the movie side of things for September, right? Some of the things are The Conjuring Last Rites, which comes out this week. Twinless, The Long Walk, Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Swiped, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. Him, A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, One Battle After Another. The Strangers, Chapter 2, The History of Sound, and Demon Slayer, the movie Infinity Castle. So all that coming to theaters. Like I said, we have that trailer for Begonia. If you haven't watched it yet, it hits theaters October 24th. Anna Kendrick and Seth Rogen's new comedy is being put together. It's been titled Babies, and we have some plot details there. I love Seth Rogen. I love Anna Kendrick. I'm in. I don't even need to know anything else. VHS Halloween. We have the first teaser trailer, which previews the gory holiday-themed anthology movie. Chicago Med's Marlon Barrett is leaving the NBC medical drama ahead of season 11. Another SNL cast member leaving, Michael Longfellow. That's right, his time has been cut short. He's leaving the cast after a 3-season run. This guy was awesome as well. Loved Michael Longfellow. Super funny. Very sad to see him go. A reimagined Robin Hood is going to be hitting screens this fall. It looks like it's going to be coming to MGM+. Osgood Perkins is set to direct The Young People for Neon, with Lola Tung and Nico Parker starring in it. Peacock is coming to Prime Video in a new wide-ranging deal between Comcast and Amazon. Some nice little addition there to their hub. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives gets a season 3 premiere date for this November. Let's see here. Oh, and then here's the one that really hurt for SNL, man. Heidi Gardner. That's right. She's been on the show for 8 seasons, and she is leaving. I love Heidi Gardner. She is so good. She can do anything on that show. So very bummed to see her leave. But I'm very optimistic because she is the most talented of all the people leaving, and I feel like she is going to be okay. I feel like she can get her own sitcom. She can get her own movie. Like, there's a lot that Heidi Gardner can do, so hopefully it will all pay off for her there. Star Wars Starfighter is currently filming, which is pretty cool to know that that is running before cameras. The Devil Wears Prada 2 doesn't come out to theaters till May 1st of 2026, but we got some shots, some paparazzi shots of the cast members working on the film if you want to check that out. In some news that really pissed me off, man, you know, a couple years ago, we were in this phase of movies getting delayed, and getting delayed a long time, right? Because there was just so many different factors playing, and it was bumming me out because I felt like every time I did an episode of this show, I was telling you X movie got delayed 8 months, X movie got delayed a whole year. Movies were just getting delayed left and right, and I felt like it was finally starting to settle down. And then Warner Brothers had to delay Mortal Kombat 2, right? That Mortal Kombat 2, which was supposed to come out literally in a month, in October, this movie was supposed to hit. And all of a sudden, it's been pushed back. And it's been pushed back to May of 2026, May 15th of 2026. That is a big ass delay. That sucks. Mortal Kombat was one of my most anticipated films of this year, and I'm very, very bummed. So yes, don't be looking for it in October. You will find it May 15th, 2026, just so they could put it out in that damn, summer movie season. We have the official trailer for Alice in Borderland Season 3. This will be premiering September 25th on Netflix. We have the first full trailer for Chad Powers. This one starts streaming September 30th on Hulu. I just watched this trailer today. It's hilarious. I'm ready for it, man. Glenn Powell, Chad Powers, September 30th on Hulu. I am there. Ice Age 6 has been officially titled Ice Age Boiling Point, and it's going to be hitting theaters on February 5th, 2027. Hexed is an all-new Disney animated film that will arrive in the fall of 2026. The story follows a teenage oddball and his mom, who discovered his weirdness is actually hidden magic, transporting them to a world where magic can run free. We have the official teaser for Father, Mother, Sister, Brothers. This stars Adam Driver, Cate Blanchett, Tom Waits, India Moore, and Luca Sabat. The 40th anniversary is putting Back to the Future back in theaters on October 31st, so I think we might go check this one out, man. 40th anniversary, that's a big one there for Back to the Future. We have the poster for Chad Powers with Glenn Powell. This looks funny. Basically, this show here is he's a famous football player, and he's kind of down on his luck. He's been doing some bad things, and he's getting in trouble, so he puts on some prosthetics and goes and tries out for like a lower quality football team, and then becomes the big star of that team as Chad Powers. So it's really interesting, really funny, and we'll see how the show plays out. Channing Tatum and Oscar Isaac have been cast in a new crime movie called Cockroach. Alan Ritchson says he did meet with James Gunn about Batman, which makes me very excited because I've been telling you guys for the last couple of years he needs to be Batman in the DCU. But unfortunately, the way he's making it sound is that it probably won't be Batman, but he says he feels pretty good that he would do something in the DCU. So, little bummed to hear that because I really want him as Batman. But I'd be curious to see what else he could pull off there. I mean, he could pull off several characters, no doubt. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he will join the DCU. Motorheads has officially been canceled over at Amazon Prime Video after just one season. From the co-creator of Reservation Dogs, we have the trailer for The Lowdown. This premieres on FX on September 23rd with Ethan Hawke. We have your first look at Nicholas Galitzine, Bill Skarsgård, Ray Nicholson, and Tom Francis in The Mosquito Bowl. This is Peter Berg's new film, which is now officially in production. I Love L.A., which is Rachel Sennett's new show, will be premiering November 2nd over on HBO Max. Let's see here. We have the first official full trailer for Wayward, the Toni Collette one we just talked about over on Netflix. So check out the trailer. This hits Netflix again on September 25th. Looks awesome. From the creator of Peaky Blinders comes House of Guinness. This is streaming September 25th on Netflix. We have the trailer here. We have your first look at Lady Gaga as Rosalind Rotwood in Wednesday Season 2, Part 2, which is going to start streaming tomorrow on Netflix. Man, I'm so damn behind. The Smashing Machine, which is The Rock's new movie where he plays UFC champ Mark Kerr. This premiered at the Venice Film Festival, and man, it was a massive, massive win. The movie got a 15-minute standing ovation. It had The Rock in tears. Emily Blunt was there. Benny Safdie, who directed it, was there. Mark Kerr was there. And yeah, it rocked the house. Everybody's loving it. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is the highest rated film for The Rock. And then The Rock was doing an interview after, and he says, I've always felt kind of pigeonholed, but to do these big action movies, right, because of who I am. And he's like, I've always been kind of scared to do these kind of little lower quality movies that have more, acting and more heart. And he's been, kind of been chasing that box office. And now he's at a point in his career where he wants to do more stuff like this. And it looks like he's being serious because the guy has slimmed down. He has dropped most of his muscle mass and he's looking real skinny. And, it might just be so he could do more of these roles, right? I mean, there's only so much he could do when he's such a big, bulky guy. So Very interesting there, but I'm so happy for The Rock. Y'all know I'm a massive fan of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and to hear such good news and a 15 minutes to innovation, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. They're talking about him in Oscar contention now for Best Actor. Great stuff there for him, man. I love it, so can't wait to check out The Smashing Machine. Warwick Davis is reprising his role as Professor Phileas Flitwick in HBO's Harry Potter TV series. We have the first poster for Marvel Zombies, which looks awesome. This is going to start streaming September 24th over on Disney Plus. And of course, with that poster came the trailer. And the trailer is TVMA. It is gory. This Zombies is gory as hell. Super bloody. And I'm all there for it, man. This looks awesome. So, love the trailer. And you know me, I'm not big into animation, but this looks fantastic. I am there for it. Marvel Zombies, it's a 4-part event that drops September 24th on Disney+. We have the first official poster for the new Knives Out movie, Wake Up Dead Man. The new Knives Out mystery. The new Benoit Blanc Whodunit from Rian Johnson is going to hit select theaters on November 26th, and then will drop on Netflix December 12th. So finally getting some stuff here. I know we just got the poster today, so I'm guessing before the end of the week we will have the first trailer. So cannot wait to see that. A Call of Duty movie is officially in development over at Paramount. This gets me excited. Call of Duty is one of my favorite video games, so I'm ready for a movie of it. Let's go. We have the full official trailer for Tulsa King Season 3 with Sylvester Stallone. This premieres on Paramount Plus September 21st. Love this show. Trailer's awesome. I'm ready for it. We have your first poster for Season 5 of Abbott Elementary, and we get the official premiere date of October 1st over on Hulu and ABC. Very excited about this. Love Abbott Elementary, one of the best comedies on television. So glad that it'll be back in about a month. We have the official release date finally for Welcome to Derry, which is the It prequel. It is going to be premiering on HBO Max on October 26th. So very cool. I am ready for it. Over in that Marvel Zombies, it's really cool because Elizabeth Olsen, Florence Pugh, Simu Liu, a bunch of the MCU stars all do the voices in this show, which is great. So love that. Jordan Peele is supposed to have a new movie come out next year, and that movie looks like it's being delayed as Universal Pictures has undated the film. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there with Jordan Peele's next one. Channing Tatum's Gambit is going to be quite different in Doomsday. Basically, he's saying that he ain't trying to talk with that damn accent. So he said he's not going to go full-on Cajun as Gambit in Avengers Doomsday. He says the Russo brothers want it to be funny, but they don't want to go full Deadpool. They want to keep the drama and keep it tight. When Gambit gets serious, things do matter. So I love it because, it would be kind of weird. That works for Deadpool, but it wouldn't really work in a Deadpool movie, or an Avengers movie. So I'm glad that they're tweaking that a little bit with him. We have your first look at 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which is coming out soon. I think January. So check out the first look photos there. Charlie Hunnam is in talks to play Lizzie Borden's father in season 4 of Ryan Murphy's Netflix anthology Monster, which is funny because we just talked about him being in the current version of Monster as Ed Gein, and now he might come back as Lizzie Borden's father. So very interesting there. Mark Consuelos will guest star in season 9 of ABC's 911, the original show, not the spinoff. Judy Reyes is returning to Sacred Heart. The high potential star is going to be pulling double duty and recur on ABC's Scrubs, reprising her role as Carla. Why Marshals is a Casey-centric Yellowstone spinoff that is coming to CBS in 2026, and we have a breakdown of everything and everyone we know so far. It's official that Samuel Jackson is going to be in Tulsa King Season 3. We've been talking about him doing a spinoff in that world, and now with the new trailer dropping, we know for sure that Samuel Jackson will be introduced in Season 3 of Tulsa King as a character named Russell Lee Washington, and I love it because, like I said, I love Tulsa King, I love Sly in this show, and I love Samuel L. Jackson. So I think that's going to be great to get him introduced there, and then we can kind of spin him off from that. SNL's Please Don't Destroy sketches will be officially ending as John Higgins has now left the show. Please Don't Destroy was a sketch comedy group with three guys that was hilarious. Sometimes it was the highlight of the whole episode. And now, with the three of them, the one is completely gone. He is leaving the show. The other guy is going to remain as a writer, and the third guy in the group is actually going to be promoted and become an actual cast member for the next season 51. And after all those people have departed, several new members have been officially brought on. Ben Marshall, Cam Patterson, Jeremy Cullen, Veronica Slowikowska, and Tommy Brennan have all officially joined season 51 of SNL. Gore Verbinski's next film, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, will officially release on January 30th, 2026. I love that title. It'll star Sam Rockwell, Michael Pena, Zazie Beetz, and Juno Temple. It follows a man who takes patrons of an LA diner hostage after claiming that he's from the future. I love it. And we have an article up with 70 new movies that have just been added to HBO Max today. So check that out to see if anything has dropped that you are looking forward to. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of our show. That has got you caught up for the week's worth of news. I hope you feel educated. Let's do some quick shout outs and get you guys out of here. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage where you can bookmark and find the show, find all the links to socials, everything you need, AmIOnTheAir.com. Like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Follow us on X. It's X.com/AmIOnTheAir. You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. Same handles over on Threads and Blue Sky, so make sure you follow along wherever you see fit. Make sure you subscribe to us on your favorite podcast feed, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, iHeartRadio. Subscribe to us, man. Do me a favor. Leave a 5-star review. Leave a thumbs up. It would really, really help. And thank you. Make sure you follow us on all our other socials, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Just search Am I on the Air? It's super, super easy. And thank you to our great affiliates over at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. You can follow along at Red Dragons Radio and at PopCulture_Pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. And if you want to see any of these trailers, posters, read any full articles, go to our X page. You don't even need to subscribe. Just go to x.com/AmIOnTheAir and you can read and check out everything we just talked about. So that'll do it for me on this Tuesday night. I hope you all have an amazing week. I think I'm going to go check out The Conjuring Last Rites this weekend, and we'll see what else comes out. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all, peace.